Hey, I need to talk to someone. I just hate everything in my life right now.
I'm really sorry to hear that you're feeling this way. Can you tell me more about what's going on?
It's hard to know where to start. It just feels like everything is going wrong. My job, my relationships, my health, everything is a mess.
That sounds incredibly overwhelming. Let's break it down a bit. What's going on with your job?
My job is a nightmare. I feel unappreciated and overworked. No matter how hard I try, it's never enough. I keep getting more responsibilities without any recognition or compensation. It's like I'm invisible.
It's tough to feel undervalued, especially when you're putting in so much effort. Have you tried talking to your boss about how you're feeling?
I have, but it didn't help. My boss just brushed me off and said everyone is dealing with stress right now. It made me feel even worse, like my feelings don't matter.
That's really disheartening. It's important to feel heard and validated at work. Have you considered looking for a new job, or is that not an option right now?
I've thought about it, but the job market is tough, and I'm not sure I have the energy to go through the whole application process again. Plus, what if the next job is just as bad?
That's a valid concern. The idea of starting over somewhere new can be exhausting and uncertain. It might be helpful to weigh the pros and cons and see if there's anything you can do to make your current situation more bearable in the meantime.
Maybe, but honestly, it feels like every area of my life is like this. My relationships aren't any better.
I'm really sorry to hear that. What's been happening with your relationships?
It's just a mess. I feel disconnected from everyone. My friends don't seem to care about me anymore, and my family is always critical. Even my partner seems distant and uninterested. I feel so alone.
Feeling isolated from the people who are supposed to support you is incredibly painful. Have you tried reaching out to your friends or family to express how you're feeling?
I've tried, but it usually ends up in an argument or them telling me I'm overreacting. It's like they don't understand or don't want to understand.
It sounds like you're not getting the emotional support you need right now. Do you think there's anyone in your life who might be more understanding or willing to listen?
I don't know. I used to have a close friend I could talk to about anything, but we've drifted apart. And my partner, well, it feels like we're just coexisting rather than actually being together.
It's really hard when it feels like your support network is falling apart. Relationships take effort from both sides, and it sounds like you're not getting that from the people around you. Have you talked to your partner about how you're feeling?
I've tried, but it always ends up with them saying they're tired or stressed from work, too. I get it, but it doesn't change how lonely I feel.
It's important for both partners to feel heard and supported. Maybe it would help to set aside some time to have a deeper conversation when you're both less stressed, or even consider couples counseling. It can provide a neutral space to work through these feelings.
Maybe I just feel like it's all on me to fix everything and I don't have the strength.
That's a lot of pressure to carry. It's not fair to feel like everything is your responsibility. Have you been able to take any time for yourself, to recharge or do something that makes you happy?
Honestly, no. I feel guilty taking time for myself when everything is falling apart. Plus, I'm not sure what would even make me happy anymore. I used to have hobbies, but now they just feel pointless.
It's really common to lose interest in things you once enjoyed when you're feeling this low. But taking even small steps to care for yourself can make a big difference. Maybe start with something simple, like a walk or listening to music you like.
I'll try, but it feels like a drop in the ocean. And then there's my health. I've been so stressed that it's affecting my sleep and my physical health too. I'm always tired and getting sick.
Chronic stress can definitely take a toll on your body. It's a vicious cycle. because when you don't feel well physically, it's even harder to cope emotionally. Have you seen a doctor about how you're feeling?
I went once, but they just told me to get more rest and reduce stress. Easier said than done, right?
It sounds like you might need more comprehensive support, maybe from a therapist or counselor who can help you navigate these challenges and develop strategies for managing stress.
I've thought about it, but I'm not sure where to start or if I can afford it.
It can be daunting to find the right help, especially with financial constraints. Some therapists offer sliding scale fees based on income, and there are also community resources and support groups that might be available to you.
That's a good point. I guess I've just been feeling so hopeless that it's hard to see any solutions.
It's completely understandable to feel that way when everything seems so overwhelming. But reaching out for help is a strong and important step. You don't have to go through this alone.
I know you're right. It's just hard to keep going when it feels like nothing is ever going to get better.
I hear you. It's important to remember that these feelings, as heavy as they are, don't have to last forever. Small steps can lead to bigger changes, and it's okay to ask for help along the way.
I appreciate you saying that. I guess I need to take it one day at a time and try to find small ways to improve things.
Exactly. Focus on what you can control, even if it's just little things at first. Celebrate small victories and be kind to yourself in the process. You deserve to feel better.
Thank you. It's nice to talk to someone who actually listens and cares. I don't feel quite so alone right now.
I'm really glad to hear that. You're not alone, and there are people who care about you. Keep reaching out and take things one step at a time. You've got this.
Thanks. I'll try to keep that in mind. It helps to have someone to talk to, even if it's just for a little while.
Anytime. I'm here to listen and support you. Don't hesitate to reach out whenever you need to talk.
I will. Thanks again for listening. I feel a bit lighter now.
I'm glad to hear that. Take care of yourself, and remember to take things one day at a time. You deserve to find peace and happiness.
I'll try. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome. Take care, and don't forget to be kind to yourself.
I will. Bye for now.
Goodbye. And remember, you're not alone.